with coverage of IFFI for day 2. So I'm not sure if you can hear the music, if you can hear a lot of conversation that's happening around me. I am still at the IFFI ground. I have completed watching Vadh, which was the first film of the day for me. And second slot, I picked up this in conversation session. It was with Vijay Sethupathi, and the session was curated by Kushboo Sundar. It was a brilliant session. So let me start with the film. Vadh. It's a Hindi film. It's a beautiful film that's set to come on Netflix. It stars Sanjay, Mishra and Neena Gupta in the lead roles. The film centers on these two parents who are settled in Gwalior, and they have tried hard. They have taken loans. They have taken, unofficial loans, basically, not from the banks but from third parties. They are paying high interests for these loans, all because their son wanted to go to the US to settle down, study there, whatever it is he wanted to do. Now, the son has refused to take responsibility for the loan. The father, who's an old teacher, who is clearly retired and takes care of household expenses by taking tuitions for young kids, is left with no other choice but to pay back this loan. Unfortunately, the third party person who he took the money from is not really the nicest of man. Now, in this case, we know what's going to happen. This is not very nice man. He's going to blackmail the very nice teacher, and this is going to give you the conflict of the film, and cause and effect is clearly stated. It's very simple, right? Now, what really makes Vadh different is the way this old man reacts to this threat. You would think that, at some point he would get angry at the way he's treated, at some point he'd get angry at the way his son is spoken about or his wife is treated, but none of that really happens. Sanjay Mishra, as this lead character, he kind of, understands that this is the consequences of taking a loan from outside. He kind of accepts the fact that there is nothing that he can do, but somehow manage to get the amount together so that he doesn't have to go through this experience. Now, he also understands that his son has to come forward to help him. He even attempts to open this topic up with his son, but his son seems to be really busy with his wife and his baby and has no time whatsoever to pay attention to what's really happening back home with his parents. Considering that the loan was probably taken when he initially emigrated to the US, but now he's married with a baby, quite some time has passed, and he had quite the opportunity to pay the loan back. It's not that he's doing very mediocrely well or not very well in the US. He has managed to buy his own house in the US, which means green card holder, right? So there's a lot of dollars there. It's just that he's refusing to send that dollars back home. The minimum amount that he has sent, or rather the maximum amount that he has sent in the expanse of the film is rupees 5,000. Now, let's not calculate how much that is in dollars. I did try for a second when the movie was happening. But what I decided was, by showing such a heartless son who disconnected from his father and mother, the film clearly takes this position where it wants to say that this old couple, they have only themselves to depend on. So the film has no intention of painting the son as this mean boy or anything. It's just how things are. The son is a selfish person, and he has no qualms about letting his parents suffer all alone back in the village in India. So that's just how it is. So what happens in his absence, that is what the film is all about. So, what doesn't really take too much time pondering on the son or his character. No, it gets us right into the middle, right into what the crux of the film is. And that is the money that Sanjay Mishra's character and Neena Gupta's character must repay. Now, in return for this money, the man does, offer other ways to get this loan to be paid back. He asks them to move out of their house, sell that property. He asks them to a number of things. But there comes a point when even Sanjay Mishra's character loses his calm. This is where everything kind of takes a toll for him, and this is what really broke the camel's back, you know. And what really happens there, how this old couple kind of navigate through their actions, navigate through the consequences that their actions have. This is what the film is about, and throughout the intense close to 2 hours that the film's runtime comes down to, it is a very tautly written. There is no wasted moment. There is no wasted second even that could be that I would complain about. Every moment, every scene had a reason, had a rhyme to this whole film that was there. And as a whole, it is probably one of the best written crime thrillers that I have seen this year. So I am looking forward for this film to come to OTT so that you all can tell me what you think about this film. So that was Vadh for you. Now let's get into the In Conversation session that I attended. It was conducted at Kala Academy, moderated by Kushboo Sundar. We had Vijay Sethupathi as the guest. Now, fun fact, Vijay Sethupathi spoke for 1 hour. No, I would say about 40 minutes, because let's give 20 minutes to Kushboo, who kind of moderated the session. He spoke for 40 minutes, and there was a lot of information in that 40 minutes, especially for students who want to act, for students who want to be filmmakers. It is kind of a masterclass, but at the very onset of the conversation, Vijay Sethupathi felt that instead of taking this like a class, he wanted the students to kind of engage in a conversation and take with them what they think is valid for them. So he spoke about his beginning days. He spoke about working on different roles throughout his career. He spoke about how he grew as an actor. He was very realistic when he was explaining certain things. Like, for instance, he was clear that he was not the greatest actor when he entered the industry. It is through a lot of interactions that he had, be it with directors or be it with other people, that he learned what good acting means. And now we have Vijay Sethupathi as everyone celebrates him. He also interestingly confessed that he is now scared to do villain roles anymore. This is because he explained that a lot of people kind of restrict his acting when he takes on a villain role. The kind of projects that he tends to get nowadays are, trying to put him under that one box. Kind of ironic, considering he started playing villain roles to not be put under any box. He wanted freedom as an actor. He wanted freedom, as he said. In his words, he wanted freedom to pursue any roles that he wanted, and he got certain joy from playing villain, because these are experiences and expressions that he wouldn't have otherwise been able to show. After all, 90% of them are probably illegal, and the 10% of them would probably not be very appreciated by the society. So the only place where he could really showcase all of this was in films, and so he kind of had a joy in doing it. However, we may not see Vijay Sethupathi the villain for a while yet, if his complaints continue. If directors and actors just approach him for that one-tone villain role, then I think we would see the end of Vijay Sethupathi the villain era. I'm not sure if I should be happy or sad about it, because I'm also the one who complained that he is doing a one-note villain almost right now, especially with Jawan. I did not specifically enjoy that role. So I am happy, but I'm not sure if it's a good thing for Vijay Sethupathi. So I hope that there's more good news for him to hear after this. But I would like to say that Gandhi Talks, which was one of the last films I watched yesterday, was brilliant, and that stars Vijay Sethupathi. It's a silent film, so Vijay Sethupathi is acting along with the other cast members. Acting really takes center stage. It was a brilliant film. It will come to theatres next to you. It will come to OTT platforms. So I think you should definitely give it a watch if you're a Vijay Sethupathi fan. So that is it for now from day 3 of IFFI. I will give you more updates as and when I watch more films. Look forward to seeing you soon. So stay tuned to Khul. This is Priyanka signing off from Cinema Copy Commentary.